Hey there, everybody, and welcome. Today I am going to present a full 4-player solo playthrough of Horseless Carriage, playing the normal game with cars and maybe some trucks and sports cars. We'll see. I am using a program, as always, that I wrote to play the game and ensure I don't miss any steps or do anything wrong. But before I go any further, once again, I want to reiterate that most of the energy invested in designing this solo variant can be attributed to BGG user TalkShelfingSpace, a nice guy by the name of Alex. I'm going to put a link to his design ideas in the show notes for this video. Now, I've continued to take his ideas and tweak them in my program, without adding too much complexity. As you can see, I have created a difficulty setting for each Automa player, so one can be stronger, one can be weaker, although I've found that circumstances could still swing things wildly, and a stronger player could just end up losing to a weaker player, just depending on how things shake out. Alex has acknowledged that this solo variant is a work in progress. It certainly is for me. I think he may have stopped work on it for the time being, but I don't know. He may come back to it. We'll see. But the work he's done so far has been really quite something, and it's given me a platform to work off of, because I don't think I could have come up with the ideas that he did. I've done my share of solo variants, but he really set the bar trying to simulate what Automa players might do without actually building a factory. I am not going to go into detail as to how Alex's solo variant works, so if you're interested in those details, I encourage you to check out the link that I provided in the show notes. Perhaps it'll spark some ideas of your own on how to improve this, where a bunch of different people possibly contemplate how to make this solo variant even better. Because the truth of the matter is, getting this game tabled is hard enough. In the meantime, being able to play solo, especially with my program, has been a godsend, because I just love this game to pieces. For those of you not familiar with my channel, I always use programs I write to teach and play games in all of my videos. Keep in mind, I write these programs for my own personal enjoyment, so please don't ask for a copy of this program, because I never make them publicly available due to the obvious copyright restrictions. But that is, unless the publisher or designer enters into some sort of prior agreement with me, which has happened in the past. Anyhow, if you like what you see, please check out some of the other 70+ board game videos I've made. Like and subscribe, all that. Let's get underway here. So for today's solo game, I'm going to be playing a 4-player game against 3 Automa players. Harrison in green, and he is a beginner. Ruby is going to be an average player, and Alex, a better than average player. Let's get started. And I'm going to pause, actually, before the game starts here. I wanted to see the turn order. So green is going first, purple's going second, I'm going third, and Alex is going fourth. So green is the beginner. Purple, Ruby is the average player, I guess sort of like me, maybe. Alex is better than average. He's going last, so meaning he's going to sell first. Now, just a couple other quick notes about the solo variant. Essentially what's going on here, to very quickly summarize the solo variant. As you can see, each Automa player starts with 2 research departments and 1 planning department. Even though each Automa player starts with 2 research departments, for purposes of round 1, it's assumed that they only have 1. So they're only going to make 1 change to 1 marker on 1 research track in round 1. Starting in round 2, they'll use all their research departments. Starting in round 2, every Automa player also gets an increase of 1 step in their assembly capacity without using a research department. Unlike me, I have to use a research to increase my assembly capacity. The Automa players do not. So effectively, by round 5, they will all be at assembly capacity of 5. And more often than not, the game ends usually around round 5. Sometimes it goes into round 6. I've never seen it go all the way to round 7. Every round during phase 3, every Automa player automatically builds a planning department, as long as they exist in the supply. And then, more often than not, they may add another planning department and another research department on top of that. If they don't do that, they might add a marketing department and work with a bigger market window. Or they might add another main line, a car or a sports car or a truck main line. That being said, as you can see, Harrison is advancing himself on the design track. Speaking of which tracks have randomly come out? So we've got reliability in the x-axis, we've got design in the y-axis, which means we start with paint, or at least I do. I start with paint on the outside of my cars and the ability to build a reliable battery. Okay, I will unpause, and now let's let Harrison and Ruby get their phase 1 turn handled here. So Alex is going, oh man, keeping track of the names is going to be hard enough. Harrison has gone up in design. Ruby has gone up in design. Now it's my turn, and I want to go up in design for 2 reasons. One, because design is going to be around for 2 rounds instead of just 1, because reliability obviously is going away. We don't know yet what's going to replace it. If there's no activity on these tracks here, it's going to be range. The other reason I want to go up on design is because I'd rather build the smaller car door, which is 2x2, as opposed to this big chassis, which is 3x4. Because I'd like to squeeze in some marketing departments. I've got these 3 component stations I need to build. So I'm going to go up in design as well, and now let's see what Alex does. The better than average player, he's going in a different direction. He goes up in reliability. All right, now we're in phase 2 where we could change turn order. Ruby is going first in turn order. That's going to give her the chassis, which she wouldn't otherwise have. I'm going to stick with selling second, so I'm going to pass and not change my turn order. And Alex is passing as well. And now we're moving into the factory building phase. So obviously I'm the only player who's building a factory. The other Automa players only simulate building a factory. Before I begin, I'm going to bring out everything I could possibly build. So I could obviously build another research and planning department. I'm going to be building my dealership, and I usually like to build my large one first, just because there's more room on the main factory than there is when you get to the expansion tiles. I'm going to try like heck to build a marketing department, then obviously my main line. And now car parts, we've got the door, there's the paint, and there's the battery, both of which are type C. All right, so that's essentially what I got to squeeze in here, and I don't think I'm going to have a problem just kind of eyeballing this. So let's start with the battery here, and then put the paint next to it. And now I have to position my main line with the C line on that side, except I need to build the door, so I need the A side available to me. So let me flip this and rotate. So I've got the C lined up with the C components, and I've got the A down here. And you know what? Let's bring the battery down there. Let's get the door placed. Actually, hold off on the door. Let's think about this first. I can do that, and that gives me, I think that's just the right amount of room for the marketing department, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that's one purple and one blue so far. Then I bring the door in. What's happening with my bees? What do I have to build coming up? Oh, so I now know that range will be replacing reliability, which means I'll be building the B-type engine and the D-type headlight, which means I'm going to be expanding in this direction because I need to build a B and a D next round. So in that case, you know what? Let me do that with type A. Can I do another marketing department? Well, I could, but if I do that, I have one research and one planning, so the total of 2 research. And I'd like to have 3 research because that way, at a minimum, I can increase my assembly capacity, increase the x-axis, and increase the y-axis track. So this is going to have to go. And I'll just put another research department in its place. I think that looks good. And I said I was expanding to the north. I got to get this out of the way. Yeah, okay. Ruby's building a marketing department. She's going to have a larger market window. Harrison is building a second planning department and and another research. And Alex did the same thing. So remember, Automa players always get an automatic planning department. Oh, and now we're selling. Well, Alex is going there. We're all going to sell 1 car. That's the way round 1 usually works. So I will go here and sell that. And Harrison will sell that one. And then Ruby will sell that one. Okay. Range replaces reliability. And so far, reliability has a little head start. So it may not come back. It remains to be seen. What to play and where to play it. So green and purple, Harrison and Ruby are both playing to this quadrant up here. I guess I should take a look and see what their cube situation is. So Ruby has 2 purple and 1 blue. And what do I have? The same, 2 purple and 1 blue. Harrison, oh, he's the beginner. He only has 1 blue. Alex has 2 blue and 1 purple. So 6 of one, half dozen the other. All right, let me slide this down. I currently have 2 purple and 1 blue, but what matters is I have 2 purple and 0 green right now. I will have 3 purple and 1 green next round. I'm basically looking here, and my 2 round 1 cards play to the left side. I'm going to take this card, because it doesn't really matter, and go to quadrant 3 just like Ruby and Harrison. And Alex has gone to quadrant 2, and every time you hear that sound, that's the time clock going down. So we started at 32 in a 4-player game, and it's only gone down by 1 step so far. And now we're in round 2, and I'll just let this play out. So this is Ruby now using all her research departments. And now Harrison going up in range, advancing Ruby on range, and going up in design. So far, speed and safety are not anything to be concerned about. Okay, so my choice is pretty trivial. I go up in assembly capacity, I go up on the x-axis, I go up on the y-axis. Alex is going up in design and in range. He's got 3 research departments, and now he's advancing Harrison. Why? Because you feel bad that he's a beginner? Oh, okay, so now we're looking at turn order, and Harrison just passed. Harrison's here. Do I want to make a move to sell first? Because selling occurs in reverse turn order? Or do I let Alex, the stronger player, sell first? Well, right now it's not going to matter a whole heck of a lot. Alex didn't do a marketing department, which means I can target these two guys up here, or these two guys here, or these two guys here, or these two guys here, depending upon what Alex decides to do. Though somebody may very well steal my second sale from me. Do I want to sell? If I sell first, I don't have a better chance of selling two than one. So maybe I just save my Gantt for the moment and just stay where I am and sell second. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass. And Alex is passing. And Ruby passed. And now we're in the building phase again. It was the engine and the headlight, right? Because I've got everything else built. So the engine here, and obviously that has to go here and tie into the main line there, which means that the headlight goes here, and the spec for that goes there, and that's the extent of what I can do. What else is happening on the B side? Because it looks like it's going to be a 3 research track game so far. Nothing's happening on speed or safety. I'll get another spec for the engine. I'll eventually get the steering wheel, possibly, and eventually get the gears and the fuel tank. I can send my bees to the west. On the D side, eventually I'll be building tires, and that's it. So the tires I have room for, I'm good. Oh, I can't put it in a research department, and then I can't do the tires. But I could possibly squeeze in a planning department like that, for what that's worth, and still build the tires. The tires are 3x3, I think, yep. So that still fits there comfortably. Next round, again, I'm going to be building the radiator, and reliability is coming back, and the chassis. So 2 type A components, which means I need to expand this direction and maybe a little bit of B as well, because this might be a good opportunity to build another main line. Yeah. So what? I don't want to do that. Let's do that. I think I like that. Gives me room for A, B, and I could tie in a main line to both B and A. Maybe not immediately because they're offset. All right, let's just stick with it. I will put that there. Now Ruby is adding an extra 2 planning departments and a research department. Harrison's doing the same. Alex is doing the same. So I am the only one. Oh, and Ruby has a marketing department as well. All right, selling phase. Alex has 2 green and 2 purple. He went down here into the cheap seats because he figures he can sell 2 for $8 as opposed to, because he can't get up here. He can only get to here, and he can't sell 2 cars here because he's got a small dealership. What's the situation with Ruby? She's got 3 purple and 2 green. So she can go all the way to the top of the purple side, and green has 2 purple. So Ruby's up here, but Harrison is down here. So if I go here, Ruby steals the other one. If I go here and take the lower one, Ruby steals the upper one and sells 2. If I go here, sell the one on the right, then Ruby's going to sell 2. So I think I need to go here to keep Ruby from selling 2, which means I sell 1, and because I'm not going to be able to sell 2. If anything, Ruby being last has the advantage here, and because Harrison's not a threat to her, Harrison can't get up here. So maybe I sell one of these and let Ruby sell the other, and I'm probably going to lose the other sale. But I'll sell that. Harrison can't get up that high, so he sells 1. And now Ruby, yeah, she steals my other one. And then he sells another one for 4. So accidentally, because Alex sold 2 at the low end of the market, he did better than us. Reliability's back, design's out. It looks like it's going to be a 3 research track game. I don't have to worry about speed or safety unless something drastically changes. As far as blue and green is concerned, I've got 1 of each. I'll build the radiator and the chassis, which means I'll have 2 of each. I've got this one. I could play this card. If I play this here, and then we've got 2 buyers here and a buyer here, I'm going to go that route. I'm going to play this into quadrant 2, just like green and purple. Let's see, everybody's going in quadrant 2, so that's where all the action's going to be. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at that. 4 cars, 4 buyers in 1 niche. Okay, now we're in round 3. And Ruby has 3 research departments. She is going all in reliability. Harrison, advancing in range, advancing in reliability, and design, which is smart. Look how far along he is in design already. I've got to increase my assembly capacity. I've got to increase my range and increase my reliability. There's really no thinking here involved. Alex has 4 research departments. He goes up in speed, and design. It looks like design is in. I don't know why I bothered with speed. And he's bumping Harrison, the beginner, all the way up to the next to the last space on design. Harrison just passed. I guess Alex passed? Yes. So do I want to sell first? Boy, it would be nice. Oh, except I can only sell 3 of the 4. Okay, you know what? I'm going to sell first. Ruby passes. So I've lost the car body, but I have the radiator. That can go there. But I can build the main line, but I can't tie into the B because these are out of whack. And there wasn't anything I wasn't going to see that coming. It just means I'm tying in the A right now, but the B is going to have to happen later. I'm looking at something like that. And eventually I'm going to have to build a B component here. It's probably going to be the fuel tank. That's what's going to happen first. If I had the extra research, I could go up on safety and build the brakes. Let's see, I got to have a dealership. Can I do my big one? I can't. That'll block the D side. So let's go with the small one. It's got one green and one purple. Doesn't have any blue yet. I've got to build the brakes. Not the brakes, sorry, the battery. Gets me blue. And then if I build the headlight, I'll get the purple. I'll balance. Yeah. But I can't do any better on blue. At least not yet. I think we're just going to go with that. And what am I building next round? I've got the tire. I can build the tire up here. I could expand this way, possibly build the tire down here. Also looking at possibly the dashboard C, which means I really want to expand this way into here. So that looks good. That gives me some breathing room for A, C, and D. Well, let's do that. Ruby is building planning and research. Harrison, the same. Alex builds a sports car. Oh, he wants to sell sports cars. And now the selling phase, and I get to sell first. Here's my two greens. And it's only because I can't tie the B together that I'm missing that extra green on the Pomigliano side. Okay, anyhow, I want to place here and sell 3 of those 4 cars. Great. Alex is selling 2, possibly a 3rd. Harrison is selling 2. Ruby. Okay, so Ruby just stole one of mine. Oh no, I'm done with Torino. That doesn't matter. I can't get back in there. I've got 1 blue and 1 green. Oh, which means I can't get. I've got 1 car to sell. It's 1 car. It's better than nothing. All right. Anybody else? Harrison gets a 2nd sale. And Ruby 2. It's very close. I got a slight lead. All right. So the other 3 guys, 2 of them went to the high end, and Ruby went to the bottom right. And now we're looking at purple and blue again. Well, purple and blue, and I've got 3 purple. Next round, I can build that dashboard, right? The C component. So I'm looking at 4 purple. I'm maxed out on purple. Blue, I'm only going to be able to, I might get to up to 3 blue. Do I play here or do I play here? So we're looking at the round 3 cards, I think. Let's over here. See, there's this card or this card. This one knocks time down by 3. And it would position buyers here. Torino will be up to 4 purple, so if I play this one here, I will have buyers out here. Let's do this. Play that card into that quadrant. I'm not messing up. Time goes down. Oh, so yeah, Alex is putting sports card buyers out there. And now, round 4. And we're getting higher up on the research track, so you're going to be hearing that sound a lot. Time dwindling away. Harrison has 5 research departments, all the way up on the design track, helping out Ruby, helping out me. Wow, he's so high. Alex, going up in range, he's not doing so as well. Advancing me on design. Thank you so much. Research. Again, this is trivial for me. I increase my assembly capacity. I max myself out on design, and I go up in reliability. And time currently stands at 11. Harrison is going first. I thought I was going to go last for a second there. Alex is going second? Oh my, Ruby just took the last place. Okay. For a second there, I thought I could hold on to selling first. But there are at least 3 different areas here where there are 3 buyers, so I don't have to worry. So I'm going to pass, obviously. And now we're in the building phase. Now this is where I got to think this through. I've got a chassis, I've got a car body. Oh, and he did get the bumper because I got bumped up in turn order. That helps. I have the dashboard. I have the car body also here on both tracks. Oh, what about the tire? Oh, the tire hasn't materialized yet. What if I build this like that? That gets me to 2 blue. And then this. I'm going to get 2 spec arrows for this. There. And now the blue indicator. I can't, if I go there, I cut off C. So let's go here. Then I can go there. That's pretty darn good. Where do I stand? 4 purple, 4 blue, 3 purple, 4 blue. That's darn good. If I want to get to the extra purple, I've got to build this, which I can do, but I'm going to lose the tires then, so it'll hurt me next round. And I need help on green, real help on green. I don't think I can risk getting the extra purple on the other dealership. I don't think it's worth it. I'm not going to build that. Can I fit anything else in? Should I even bother considering building a planning department? I'm done with all the A parts. So I could potentially do that. and still have room for the tire. There and there to cover both dealerships. Expansion-wise, I guess I want to go up here so I can get my marketing department built. No, like that. Like that. Okay, great. Lock that in. Harrison adding a main line. Now he has 2 car main lines. Alex has a car and a sports car main line. And I didn't notice what Ruby did, but now we're in the selling phase, and she's going first. She sells 3. So she only has one main line? She does. Alex has a sports car and a car, and Harrison's got 2 car main lines. All right. I think I'm going to go with Pomigliano and play right there. But then I think somebody can steal from me any way you cut it. So let's go with Pomigliano, place there, sell 3, and maybe I'll get lucky and be able to sell another one. Alex selling 3. And that's it for the 3. Harrison selling 2. Oh, at the high price. Ruby, huge window. Maybe I place Dorino until I start to get some of these. Where do I steal from Harrison? All right, let's take Torino. Let's go there and steal from Harrison. And now Alex is going after the sports car because he's done. Okay, Harrison's going down there. Selling 3 for 3, making 9. I did better. So I am going, which is which? It's Torino. I'm going to sell the other Torino for 4, not 6. Harrison sells over there. I think I'm going to get left alone. Yep. I sell the other 2, make 6. Oh, well, 1 more and make 3. I reach my assembly capacity. I'm still in the lead. Still pretty close, but I've got a pretty good lead here. I'm 6 points ahead of Harrison. Harrison, the beginner, is in 2nd place. He's doing all right for himself. All right, now what? Now it's purple and green. I'm strong on purple. I'm going to be able to build the tire, so I'll get to 3 green, but that may be the extent of it. I might get the fuel tank, and then in that case I'd have 4 green. But let's assume, worst case, that I have 3 green, which means I am in this area here. All right, and so far, both green and yellow are playing up in this corner. What if I played this card instead? This is going to be in the 4 green range, but both of these are in the 3 green range. This might be a better card to play. This puts out an extra buyer. So it's either this in here or this down here. I think I'm going to do this. On time Still early. Still hard to say whether we're going to go into round 6 or just 5. More sports cars coming out. Okay, now we're gonna hear some time dwindle away as we move these markers out. I am very curious when we get helped out on green. Why, Bob? One of the problems with having so many research departments is you've got to spend them somewhere. I still only have 3, so that means assembly capacity. Oh, I maxed out here. I get my tire there. I'm currently in 3rd position. If I move Alex up, I get the fuel tank. Assuming turnover doesn't. Yeah, I'm going to bump up Alex. And now Ruby. Oh boy, time might just disappear. Oh, well, boy, it's hard to say. Oh man. Did Harrison just actually pass? He did, because he wasn't smart enough to realize with 1 time remaining, somebody could hit this mark and he might hit that mark. And if he passed, he's definitely going to hit that mark, which is going to cause time to run out. But because he's a beginner, he didn't see that. That logic is in there. Well, I want to sell first. I got to think about this. I've got the fuel tank right now if I sell 3rd, but if I sell 1st, I lose it, which means I have to rely on the steering wheel. That's a bigger component. Four by 2. The advantage of the fuel tank, I might be able to squeeze in 2 marketing departments and make this a super large window. If I sell 2nd, Alex is going to sell 1st. And he's busy. He only has the 2 main lines still, right? Correct. So I'm going to stick with 3rd. I'm going to sell 2nd. Let Alex sell 1st. Ruby doesn't have to do anything. And now I want the fuel tank here to bridge the divide. I'm still 3 green. Can't I get another green? Oh, the tire. There and there. 4 green on both. Can I possibly get another purple over here? I would have to build the steering wheel. Is that going to get in my way? Wait a minute. Oh, this is a C component. I can't build the dashboard. I think the steering wheel would get in my way. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Wouldn't be able to do the two the two marketing departments. This is I'm not often able to do that. That would be awful nice. The only weak link here is not having any extra purple because I didn't build the steering wheel or the dashboard. But that's okay. Better to, well, is it better to have the purple or is it better to have the large window? If with this dealership can't get over here, there's nothing going on here. You know what? I think the steering wheel is smarter because the extra large window isn't going to help me if I can't get into this column. Just the way things worked out. There's nothing happening here. I think this is going to have to go. And now I'm maxed out on purple and green. I guess that's better. It's not as nice. I've always wanted to have two marketing departments. I just didn't swing it. All right, let's go with that. Now, thinks I have to build an expansion. The game doesn't realize that the time's about to run out. Oh, Harrison's building an extra main line. He's on 3. Alex finally builds another marketing department. There goes the time clock. Harrison now realizes, but maybe he did already because he built that main line. Okay, Alex, where are you selling? You're selling 3 for $4. That's good. That was the only. No, I can get over there with Torino. Do I do that or do I do that? I think I do this. Sell those 3. Ruby, with only one dealership but a very large window. Now Harrison's probably going to steal from me. No, he steals from Alex. Interesting. I'm left alone to sell this here. I assume I want to sell that before I make a move with Pomigliano, right? Oh wait, I can go up here. Maybe I'll go up here with Pomigliano and sell those both at 6. Yep, that's the thing to do. Oh, except I'm only selling 2 cars then at 6. That's 12 versus possibly selling. There aren't the $4 cars are dwindling pretty quickly. So selling, and there's the chance of selling 5 at 3 pretty slim because of the competition. I think I'm going to lose this, but grabbing those 2 just seems pretty darn good. All right, let's go with Pomigliano up there. Sell that. And I should be left alone, I hope. Ruby is she didn't steal from me because she'd rather sell 2 for $3 each instead of 1 for 4. Same goes with Alex. I'm getting left alone over there. I mean, Harris, okay, and he's after sports cars. So far, so good. I've got that locked up. I am going to go with Torino. Make sure I don't lose this sale here. Green is going there. I may pull out a victory here. Ooh, he's doing pretty good with those sports cars, but not good enough. I'm going to sell with Pomigliano for 6. Oh man, I may pull this out. Oh, no, you don't. You stink. That's all right. I'll get the other one. I sell that one. Is that it? That's it. 79. Alex came in second with 75. Harrison, the beginner, at 65. Ruby didn't do so well because she only had one dealership. She wasn't able to manage a second one. Well, that was close. I'm pretty darn happy with that. Okay, enough talking. Thank you for watching. I'm a little disappointed that maybe that you didn't see much truck activity, but at least you saw some sports car activity. And actually, Alex had the monopoly, but it wasn't quite enough to push him over the edge. And he didn't have a third main line, right? No, he did. Nope, he only had 2 main lines. He never got a third. If he had built a third, that would have put him over the top. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please be sure and let me know. Questions about the solo variant at least in my program, I'm happy to answer. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope I didn't talk for too long. Bye-bye.